Okay, so I'm inside the house today, and I know the lighting's terrible, so make sure you put your complaints down in the comments. Wait a minute, that's not complaint section, that's comment section. So the other day I was telling you about my pump, my RV pump. It's not really an RV pump, it's more of a lawn and garden pump, but regardless, it's a 12-volt pump, and here's a little clip of it. And I call this an RV pump. It's not really an RV pump, it's more of a pump for your lawnmower. Like if you wanted to put a tank on your lawnmower, you could use this. Now this thing is 1.2 gallons per minute right here. So 12 volts, 5 amps. You can cut off the pressure up to 80 psi, which is massive. What happens is when you shut the water off, there is a pressure switch right here. I mean, you can see the wiring goes into this portion right here. There's a switch there. I've replaced those before because sometimes these go out. So this is a pressure switch I bought. What happens is as this pump builds up pressure, so you shut off the hose and the hose starts to expand, and you'll hear the motor grinding down, because as it's grinding down, it's pushing a switch down and it will shut off the pump. Our water heater, you can adjust the flow, the water coming out. As you turn the water pressure down, this thing slows down. You can hear the motor go as it slows down. And then when you shut it off at the water heater, this will just shut off. Okay, so we're at the lawnmower, the beast as we call it, and we'll just show you that you can just hook it up this easy. Now, you may be able to hear that. Okay, so in that video I was telling you that it's like 1.5 gallons per minute, and variable pressure. You can adjust the pressure on it. So the way we rig it up is we hook a RV hose on it. So this is an RV hose right here, and so that runs over to the RV pump, and then anytime we open up the water valve, the pump kicks on with that pressure switch on the pump, feeds it into our water heater. Our water heater, this is an on-demand water heater, and if I can do this, you'll be able to see, I think, the flames in it. I think you can see that. Yeah. So that kicks on using 2D batteries. It goes just kind of like your grill outside, your electric gas propane grill, whatever you want to call it. Same principle. So, but it's all automatic. You don't have to do anything. When the water kicks on, it senses the pressure of the water, and the battery automatically kicks it on. And there's a lot of sensors in here that if there's not enough water pressure, the flame will shut off. So different safety mechanisms, just so you're not overheating the water. You can adjust the flow of the water. So if I didn't want it to so fast, I could turn it down. I can turn up my heat, slow down the heat. The other thing is if I don't get enough heat from this, I can turn down the water, turn up the heat, and that gives me even more heat but less flow. So let's just say that your flow is 1.5 gallons per minute, but then you turn it down and it's a half a gallon a minute. I don't know what it is. The water is staying, or how do I put this? It's taking longer for the water to cross the flames, so it heats up hotter. I'm going to interrupt this video real quick and ask you to get to the end of this video and click up the up next box. It'll take you to the other channel. Also, you can click the links below in the description and the comment section. Now, the other day in that video, I was saying that Carolyn can do laundry in here now without using the hand plunger. We used to do that in the past. But a couple years ago, we bought a wash machine. And I showed this a few times, but this is the wash machine. It's running right now. And I don't think this was very expensive. I can't remember, but let's just, I don't know, 150, 200 bucks. I don't remember. So any price I tell you would be bad. And I know somebody's gonna ask me, what kind is it? I don't know how to pronounce it. K-U-M-I-O. And the reason we got this particular model, it was a bigger one. They come smaller, but so Carolyn can wash blankets in it. She can put one blanket in this to wash. I think it has a 10-gallon tub. You can get 4 cycles out of it, like 1 wash and 3 rinse is the max. But it has all kinds of different settings, just like your regular wash machine at home. You might be hearing it now. It's cycling. Somebody said it doesn't have that agitator in the center. I don't really think you need the agitator. It spins one way and then spins the other way. I think they've got that all worked out. And it does get the clothes really clean. But Carolyn goes ahead and runs the 4 cycles. It uses more water, but I get pretty dirty around here. And she's always suggesting how dirty I am. Obviously, this last summer I was working on lawnmower, so I was always crawling around on the ground. But now I sit on the floor quite a bit, loading the stove, and it gets dusty. I mean, Carolyn sweeps every day, but I'm just messy, so I get pretty dirty. So you may have just heard the pump kick back on. So it sensed that it didn't have enough water, so kick back on so I can get more water, just for a few seconds, and it'll shut back off and go back into its spin cycle. And we have, I guess, 54 minutes left on the wash. Carolyn used to stress about the laundry quite a bit in the past, but now she doesn't worry about it at all. We wait until a sunny day because I got to fill the tank when she does it. I mean, that's, you know, we're using 40 gallons of water, 4 cycles, 10 gallons. In the past, she would try to save water doing laundry. She'd use the rinse water for wash water, and she'd go back and forth, and I told her, don't worry about it. If you're worried that the clothes are not getting clean enough, she's kind of picky about clean clothes, or, you know, being really clean. So just do it, and we'll fill the... But she is sensitive to the fact that I would prefer to fill the well, or use the well, I should say, and fill the tank on sunny days, so she doesn't make me run the generator. So now you can see, since we are no longer using water, it's shut off all by itself. I think you can see there's no flame in there, and so it's completely shut off now that the wash machine has shut off. And then, okay, so now I'm going to take the filters out, and we're going to start hooking up the well to fill the tank back up as she's doing laundry. Now I can't do it right away because the well fills up faster than what it does to do the laundry. So it takes, I think I showed you 55 minutes of laundry time left, whereas the well will fill up, or the IBC tank will fill up within 15 minutes. But I can get it set up, and what I've noticed is if I wait until the laundry is about halfway done and then turn it on, the tank gets filled up just about the time the laundry is done. That way I'm not having to run out here, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, and not overfilling that tank. The other thing is she does the laundry about half hour before the sun really envelops the solar panels. This gives me time to get this, or gives the batteries time to charge up a little bit before I have to turn on the well pump. I disconnect everything in the wintertime so nothing freezes. In the summertime, this job is a lot easier because I don't disconnect anything. I just leave everything out all summer long. But right before the first freeze, I start taking the filters inside so they don't freeze up. So it takes a few minutes more to get everything set up. I know somebody's going to say I should do something different. I don't want to do anything different. I'm happy, and I guess that's all that matters, is I'm happy, not that the commenters are happy. I'm getting to the point with this channel, if the commenters aren't happy, you really don't have to watch. All right, so now we'll hook the water up to the well. The easiest thing to do is to, see, this is a two-way valve. I'm sure everybody's seen these at the store. This way I can let the well shoot out, get the air out of it before I switch it over to the hose. As some of you may know, the pipe that goes down into my well, I have a small hole about the size of my pinky right above the water line in the well. The reason I do that is so the pipe, this black pipe here, which is one that has a hole in it, doesn't freeze up. There's no water in this right now. So the water has to travel up about 70 feet to fill up before water shoots out of here. Well, the whole time I'm doing that, I'm sending water, or air, excuse me, through those filters. And it blows the dirt around a little bit in there, and I don't like it. I just changed the filters a couple days ago, or a couple fillings ago. I throttle that down because the pump that I have, here's what the pump looks like. Although it's smaller than this one, skinnier around. I think this one's I think this one's 4 inches, and the one that I have in there is 2.5 inches in diameter. And the pump removes water faster than the well can recover. So I throttle it down. You got to be careful with that. That big pump I couldn't do that with. It would get hot and burn up. But that little pump, it's I think it's 15 gallons a minute or something, whereas that one was 30. Maybe this one's 12. So I can throttle it down and it doesn't heat up, and I'm not going to burn it up. I've done it for 2 or 3 years now, and it hasn't even, what they call deadhead, you hear doom like that. What that is the water in the pump has turned to steam, and as soon as more water can get into the system, then it's doom, that steam is hitting things. So we'll go down now and turn on the inverter. Well, actually, why don't we open the IBC tank up and put the hose in there. I forgot to do that. I had a commenter that said I need to build a proper switch or a lift to hold this up. I don't even have hinges on this. I just lift it up and use the styrofoam. I don't know why I got to spend more money on everything when the thing I got is working. I just don't understand. You know, people call me crazy and all that stuff, but I just don't understand it. Spend money on something that I don't need. If the styrofoam ever broke, then I would say, oh, I guess I need it. But I've been doing this for 4 years. It's never broke. So when they say, why do you need it? Or when they say you need it, I say, why do I need it? They never answer. They never explain why I need things that I've never needed in the past. What is so dangerous about that? It seems to hold. Okay, so now we'll go down and turn on the inverter. And I'll wait until, of course you won't have to wait, I will, until the second spin cycle is complete. So the panels are just about ready for me to turn it on. It doesn't look too shaded anymore. So we're at 13.0 volts, 10 amps, so let's see how we're doing over here. Well, that one's 18. So yeah, this has got 6 solar panels, and this charger controller has 6 solar panels. So this one's still a little bit shaded, it looks like. All right, so I'll wait. Okay, so it is now on the, it has filled up twice now on the wash machine. So now I'm going to turn it on. I got a little switch. So down there we turned on the inverter. That's sending electric up to the switch. We'll turn on the switch. Now you should be able to hear that air coming out of the pipe for 70 feet. Throttle it down a little bit more. I kind of gauge it. I put a bucket here, and if the water falls into the bucket, then I know that's about the right speed. Primitive measuring system. Okay, so I turned on the hose, I shut off the water. Now we'll go over to the tank to make sure everything's working properly. One of the angriest things you can do is have that thing running and the hose pop out. So that's all there's to it. She's got her laundry done, or soon to be. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I was working on a weed trimmer, I think, on my other channel. I'd appreciate it if you go check it out. So if I can inspire you to do the laundry so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.